Hello, HTV boxing fans. The fight between Ghanaian Sena Agbeko and American Isaiah Steen just ended. And as always, we always try to bring you our immediate post-fight reaction. And as we always do, we go through round by round. But I was there. I was giving some updates as the fight was going on. So the round by round is going to be short. It's going to be more of a summary and how I saw it, and then what is up for these guys afterwards. So coming into the fight, I did talk about their strengths and weaknesses. Sena and Steen both had power, and I was expecting that to come into play, but I didn't see much of that. So round one, I would say round 1 to 3, both fighters were kind of steadying each other a few times. Agbeko threw some powerful punches, powerful shots. Steen was still reserved throughout these first 3 rounds. Round 4 and 5, Agbeko kept going, connecting punches. Steen started coming in with jabs to the body. A few times you can tell he really got Agbeko very well. But from round 6 to 8, it seemed like Steen had taken over because Agbeko had been more reserved. That didn't appear to be tiredness. I felt it could have been a strategy. He was not throwing a lot of big punches. He was times that he even caught Steen. I didn't see those killer instincts going. However, round 9 and 10, the championship round, Sena Agbeko came back. He came back to how he had performed in the beginning rounds, and Isaiah Steen did not have any response to that. So at the end, Sena Agbeko won, and I think the beginning rounds and the ending rounds is actually what won him the fight. He won by unanimous decision. It was by a wide margin from all the judges. Now, what did I think about this fight overall? Going to the fight, I thought that Agbeko being the B side and Steen being the A side in New Jersey, Agbeko coming from Nashville, things could go south, and he had to really bring his decision into the ring because the A side, the B side aspect of it was against him. I commend Agbeko for several reasons. I don't know about his strategy that he brought in, but it seems like it worked for him. The one thing I would have loved to see more, which I believe Agbeko can work on, is more of his jabs. Agbeko doesn't throw a lot of jabs. He depends a lot on his right hand. So I'm hoping that he puts in more bit of combinations, puts in more jabs, save the right hand for the best opportunities. Because sometimes, depending on that, if you fight with a boxer who knows how to really box, he may be escaping you at all times, and you may not get the opportunity to give that right hand. So I'm hoping that he would box a little bit more and do a lot of the jabs. Now, right after the decision, I had heard the Steen camp thinking that Steen was robbed. I'm not sure what kind of fight they watched. I felt like they were just depending solely on the fact that he was the A side, he was unbeaten, and Agbeko was coming as the B side. But if you really watch the fight, Steen didn't do a lot besides those mid rounds. He didn't do a lot to impress the judges. Oh gosh, he kept wrestling, he kept tackling Agbeko. At some point, I even shouted from the audience that this is not a wrestling match because it was just getting too much. And for some judges, they don't like people who are always reserved. They want aggressors. They want people that want to fight and who want to box. When you are running, and I tell you that throughout the whole fight, Agbeko was on the offensive and Steen was on the defensive. So it was just a few times that he caught Agbeko, but I think overall, Agbeko was the aggressor, and I think these judges just like aggressive fighters. and didn't like more defensive fighters. So I think the decision was right. His decision is good for Ghana. The decision is good for Sena Agbeko. For those that know his story, he has been doing this for a while. He's just getting the opportunities to go up there. He last won the WB silver against Harris, which he executed very well. And then he's now beating Steen. The last time I checked BoxRec, as of this morning, I believe he had jumped from 44 to 28. That's a big leap. I think 28 or 29. And he's jumped from three stars to 3.5 stars on BoxRec. So hopefully he get noticed. He said he wants his next fight to be with Caleb Plant. He knows Plant very well. They are both from Nashville. That's where they've all applied their trade. So, and they were training the same gym. He sparred with Plant for 2 years, he says. So that's who he wants to fight. And as you all know, Plant just beat Jarrell in a very convincing way. He didn't see the knockout, go watch it. So his former sparring partner may be up there right now in his prime. If Agbeko feels like he is in his prime, hopefully the powers that be will make it happen. All right. So thanks for watching. It was a long 2-day coverage, but I was excited. It ended up how I wanted it to end. And I'm excited. We'll get ready to go home. Thank you for watching. This is HTV Boxing, and this is the Boxing Diary.